Jim Harbaugh and Michigan set to win the scripted national title game. Correctly predicted Alabama to fall to Michigan. It's pretty easy. Jim Harbaugh's 86 win as Michigan coach to commemorate the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, his first year of retirement. Michigan is going to win the national title for Jim Harbaugh's 86 win as coach. The Michigan Wolverines have 11 claimed national titles and 7 unclaimed national titles. So the unclaimed national title in 1985, that's pretty much their last national title that was not claimed by the Michigan football team. This championship was won in the year 86 during the 1986 Fiesta Bowl. This was a 27-23 win over Nebraska. It was in the year 86 that Michigan last won an unclaimed national title. This is why Jim Harbaugh wins his 86th game to win the national title. Now, this game was played at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. How does the last unclaimed national title from Michigan tie into the winner of the NFL? The winner of the NCAA is all tribute to Tom Brady being an alumnus from the University of Michigan. Michigan, for their first unclaimed national title for the first time since winning the Fiesta Bowl at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, is just naturally going to tie into the Dallas Cowboys winning their first Super Bowl since Super Bowl 30, which was played at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. And now, like we said with Tom Brady, tying Tom Brady to the winner of the NFL, Tom Brady visited the Dallas Cowboys during preseason at Arlington when the Cowboys took on the Las Vegas Raiders. Ultimately, the 49ers are gonna regret not signing Tom Brady. They're gonna regret not just signing a 1-2 year rental for basically their greatest ever supporter. Tom Brady, the GOAT of the game, a diehard 49ers fan. This team doesn't take a chance on the GOAT and instead settles on a scrub game manager, 7th round draft pick. It's the worst decision ever in the history of football. And this is exactly how this is going to tie into the Cowboys becoming the first NFC team to win the Super Bowl since the Rams did at LA and the host Raiders. They won their last championship while they were the LA Raiders. So that's ultimately how that game is going to tie into the winner of the Super Bowl as well. So I wonder what win this was for the prior Michigan coach. So whoa, lots and lots of wins. Lots of wins. What win was that? So, 194 wins with Michigan overall. This is 10, this is 19, this is 27 wins. So what win was that? Okay, 167. We need to do more investigating with that. But again, as we talk about with Michigan, I think the total amount of points that Michigan score in the semifinals and the finals is going to tie into where Jim Harbaugh is going to become a head coach in the NFL. I mean, we're basically talking either the Raiders, the Chargers, or the Bears, or the Bills, basically. As far as Michigan goes, now their last championship, their last unclaimed title came against the Corn Huskers. Now they're going to beat the Huskies to win their next title. A couple of big games for Washington against Michigan. Basically, Michigan, they won the 91 Rose Bowl over Washington. Then Don James, he won the Rose Bowl against Michigan. And then his last game as Washington coach, he lost the Rose Bowl to Michigan. Now, the funny thing about that loss against Michigan is that Washington was dealing with sanctions from both the NCAA and Pac-12 as far as their players receiving improper benefits. So, basically, that loss to Michigan was his last game as coach. He resigned from his head coaching position in protest of what he thought were unfair sanctions against the team. And therefore, in a rematch of Washington, Michigan, still going to be a win for Jim Harbaugh. But with the NCAA coming down with punishments from Michigan, it's also going to be the last game of Jim Harbaugh after a big game against Washington. So Michigan's going to improve to 9-5 in against the University of Washington. Huskies is going to march at 29-92. Now, Nick Saban lost his 29th game to Michigan. Michigan take on the Huskies right after Nick Saban's 29th loss, so I definitely do like that tribute, though. Jim Harbaugh is going to allow Michigan to improve to 9-5 against the University of Washington. The Cowboys win their first Super Bowl since the 95 season, and they're honoring Jimmy Johnson. So, again, Harbaugh is going to get the victory in the national title game. Let's go to Michigan football quickly. Bowl record is 22-29, so Huskies is 29. They can get their 23rd bowl win. In tribute of Tom Brady, Brady Gamache 23, right before the Super Bowl at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is 23-86. Now, Jim Harbaugh could win the championship right before the Super Bowl at Las Vegas. This is what ultimately that's about. He's going to coach the Raiders after this, but what is the definite conclusion is Jim Harbaugh is ultimately going to be the champion before the next football championship will be decided at Las Vegas. And remember, the quarterback is J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy leads Michigan back against Alabama, wins the title. Then Mike McCarthy, the coach of the Cowboys, is going to win the Super Bowl. So definitely a tribute to the McCarthy angle with Michigan's quarterback and the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. This cannot be underestimated as well.